This time I'm going to show you how I paint poinsettia. I have my setup here. I prepared two colors, cadmium orange hue and cadmium red hue. I will start using a watercolor pencil. Here I have an orange watercolor pencil and I will draw a guideline in the form of a star. I go for a star with 6 points because I would like to create a fuller looking poinsettia, but basically a star with 5 points, 4 points or even 3 points will work too. Now I'm going to start with the watercolor. Basically I dilute my watercolor to the consistency of fruit juice. Just add a few drops of water, mix it and load the brush with the paint. And I start to paint a marquee shape centered on each line and leaving a little bit space on both ends of the line. Then I load the brush with cadmium red hue watercolor. Start to dab the paint along the edges of the marquee shape. The orange paint is still wet, so when I add the red color, it will blend nicely. Once that's done, I change my brush to a round brush number 3. And this is the fun part because I create the details of each petal by pulling a fine line from each end of the marquee shape. So from the top and also from the bottom end. Once that's ready, then the first layer of petals is ready. I will let this first layer to dry, and meanwhile I can prepare the other color, which is cadmium red deep hue. When painting the second layer, I'm going to use the cadmium orange hue and cadmium red deep hue, so there will be slight difference with the first layer of the petals. Now the first layer of the petals is dry, I can start to draw the guidelines of the second layer of the petals. The second layer is going to be underneath the first layer, and so I'm just going to place a line between two petals, and each line is going to point to the center. When I draw all these lines, and it's going to show again like a star. And basically I repeat the same process. I'm not going to paint over the two petals, but I'm just going to imagine the shape of the marquee sits between those two petals. This time, because it's a little bit more tricky to paint, I complete painting one petal before going to the next one. Basically I paint the marquee shape, and then I made the fine details on both ends of the marquee shape. And once that's ready, then I go on to the next petal. And I repeat the process till I paint all the petals. So that's my technique on painting poinsettia. and I'll explain later on how to paint the leaves and also creating and adding details on the painting by written text on the screen. I hope you enjoy.